Well, happy Thursday, happy bull run. We're just all making millions and billions of dollars. We're already at the moon. Now we're going for Mars. Oh wait, that's right. Yep. How's everybody doing? Wake up Web3. Just JC this morning. Not sure what's going on with Reptar. I haven't heard from him, so he may have had something family related he's been dealing with for the last week or so. Just not fun stuff, but he's doing the best he can to make it happen. So we're here, and we're going to talk about why in the world, after multiple bits of good news, are we showing red today? But thanks for joining us last night. If you joined us on game night, hope you had a good time. We'll talk about some of the stuff we talked about there briefly, and yeah, I got no super awesome, amazing intro today. So let's just get right into it. So we'll start off with what? That's right, bubbles, bubbles, my bubbles. And we're going to switch that. And we're going to do that because you all want to see the bubbles. Look at that. Nice and bloody day today. Wait a minute. I thought we had a rate cut yesterday. We did. I thought Jerome Powell said he was going to turn on the money printer. He did. I thought we were hearing good news about the U.S. and China trade relations and some kind of deal being made. We did. I'm confused. So we'll talk about that here in a minute. Still looking good on the weekly channel here. Arrow up 28% for the week. H-bar up 18% on the week. We like to see that. Zcash, whatever, who cares. Hype's up 14. World Liberty Financial and Trump Token both doing well, interestingly enough. For the week, Bitcoin down a little bit. Not too much on the weekly. It did get all the way up to 115, but at the start of the week, you can see it was still down here. So not too much down for the weekly, but down 4% today on the daily. Arrow's still up 4%. ICE is happy about that. Yeah, Redtober. It's the hunt for Red October. That's what we found. That's what we should call this October. To be fair, we should point out that we've looked at the monthly trends for Bitcoin over the last 10 to 12 years, and we've looked at that chart. And yes, October is overwhelmingly a green month, but there have been a couple of red Octobers in the history of Bitcoin, and looks like we're going to see another one because we have 1 day left. So where did we start the month? I'll switch the other chart and get that out. We'll see where we were at September 30th and see if we end up green for the month of October or not. Long term, I think we're okay. I do think this is just more manipulation, and I'll show you some thoughts on that here in a minute. But let me switch over to the charts here and see where we are. Let's refresh, make sure it's current. Yeah, 3.64 trillion. We were at 3.8485 yesterday, so down 200 billion on the market cap. Back into fear a little bit. Yesterday we were barely into neutral. Today we're barely into fear. That's okay. It's going to happen. Anytime we see red, it's going to dip into fear. Fear is always a good time to buy. But yeah, so let me, you can see on the 1 hour, we're down 0.5%. On the 24 hour, we're down 4%. And on the 7 day, Bitcoin's down 1.5% for the week. Market cap sitting around 2.1 trillion for Bitcoin by itself. Still the granddaddy, still the big daddy, still 5 times the market cap of Ethereum, which is, more than double Binance, 3 times Binance, 3 times XRP. So got a long way to go for anybody to catch up with ETH and flip ETH. Will it happen? Yeah, probably eventually someday. Scare tactic, Mr. Gray says, scare tactic, probably an extended cycle. Yep. Two ways to think about it. One way is 4-year cycle. Ends in October. Regardless of what the price is, the 4-year cycle ends roughly in October, November. So we're on the way down, and this 125 was the top. That's one way to think about it. If that's the case, this has not been. I'm going to take these out since Reptar's not here. The peak of the last 3 bull runs has not felt like this. There's always There will eventually be a time where this time is different, but people always say this time is different, and it never is. Eventually, they'll be right. Is this the time that they're right? I don't know. But I do want to see, let's take a look and see if I can figure out how to do this. There's the 1 month. So September 30th, right around 114. So if we close tomorrow above 114, technically October is a green month. But I think it's safe to say that this has not been a pump-tober. This has been a meh-tober. More than ice, yeah. I'm not sure if Reptar slept in. Reptar's had to basically take care of his family by himself for the last week and a half, and so that he's had a lot of stuff going on. So I don't want to throw any shade at Reptar because he's been getting crushed and crushing it, and basically just doing the best he can to manage multiple crazy situations. And so this being, a second tier priority to family, as it should be. So I don't want to throw any shade at Reptar. But yeah, so if we end the month over 114, technically it's a green month. Definitely not a Pumptober month. But that's okay. Let's figure out what on earth. I'm going to switch to this. And we're going to switch to this. Actually, yeah, that's fine. So let me scoot that way since the thing cuts my screen differently. So here it is. This is the FedWatch CME Group FedWatch. We know they cut rates yesterday, 25 basis points. Here is the probabilities for the next meeting, December the 10th. Right now, after yesterday's meeting, these numbers don't look as good as they did before the meeting. Last week we were talking about a 70, 80, 90% chance of December cut, and then a high probability of cuts in January and February. So this is this right here, I think is the reason for the red. I think that's it. Just my opinion. There's probably other factors at play here, but this right here, just because of the way Jerome Powell speaks, he likes to give little coded phrases. And every time he says stuff like, well, we just have to wait for the numbers, and numbers are uncertain. So we don't know if we're going to cut. And but it's like he basically runs his mouth in such a way as to cause uncertainty in the market. And if there is uncertainty, markets don't like uncertainty. Money doesn't like uncertainty. Forget you and me. Like, we're just going to sit here and wait. But the big boys with the big money, they don't mind bad news, because they can price that in and figure out what they're going to do. But they don't like, well, it could be this or it could be that. They just don't like it. And so that's why stuff is becoming, they're going to de-risk until they know for sure. Yeah. So that's this right here is, this is still a 70% chance of a 25 basis point cut and a 31% chance of staying the same. Do I have here we go. What are the odds of the January? So right now we're sitting here at 375 to 400. So the odds are 57% that we will be here, which either, if we cut in December, then it'll cut to this. There's a 23.5% chance that we'll go down another. If we cut December, we'll cut again. So this right here, I think, is the core reason for why today is red. But Jerome Powell also stated yesterday at this, Fed meeting that they are going to be cutting back on quantitative tightening and starting quantitative easing. Oh, let's use big fancy words to say we're going to print and give away more money. They're going to print more money. Money printer go burr. So rates are going down. Money printer go burr. Jerome Powell said it. They're going to begin quantitative easing. And yet we're still red by 4%. Not like, Bitcoin's down 1%. No, Bitcoin's down 4% today. I have another theory, and we'll get to that here in just a minute. But let's share some sentiment here. The Kobleski layer Breaking: President Trump announces that the U.S. and China have reached a one-year trade deal on rare earths and critical minerals. Great. So the U.S. is cutting tariffs, and they're going to negotiate every year on this. But this is good. Morning, Muna. Morning. So we got Mr. Gray, we got Ice, we got Muna. Good morning, everyone. If you're watching live, thanks for being here with us. Click the buttons for us. Do the like, do the subscribe, share the show. If if you're irritated with Jerome Powell, if you're irritated with the Pumptober, click the share, click the like, click the dislike. If you dislike the fact that we're in Pumptober and it's red, click the dislike. I dislike. So anyway, we've got this news here that we are looking at trade deals with China. Good news. Good news. So yeah, very productive meeting. Deal can be signed next week. 1-year agreement on rare earths. The U.S. will, and the U.S. is going to cut fentanyl tariffs to 10%. Basically, Trump had said, look, if you don't freaking stop with all these fentanyl precursors, dumping them into our country, we're gonna tariff you. And China's like, okay, cool. Tariffs on goods will be reduced on Chinese goods, which is good. President Xi says willing to work with Trump. China's going to discuss easing the chip export restrictions with NVIDIA, which is more good news. These look good, right? Read them here. They're going to work together on Ukraine. This is good. This is good news. We should be happy. Markets are not. Yeah. This is a little meme here, but yeah, rates got cut. Quantitative tightening is ending. Stocks are hitting new highs. U.S. and China made a trade deal. Your portfolio must be pumping hard, right? Mm-hmm. There it goes. It's pumping. This is the sentiment across all of crypto Twitter. Even though it's X, it's still called crypto Twitter. We had rates cuts. Fed announced the end to quantitative tightening. Trump and Xi talks went good. Markets are going down. And this right here, my friends, is what I think is going on. So today, in a single day, this is yesterday, we got 25 basis point rate cut, quantitative tightening easing, a U.S.-China trade deal, stocks hitting new highs. Bitcoin can't break 116. In fact, it's down 4% today. Is this the shittiest bull market ever? It's definitely the worst Pumptober ever. Pumptober is a fail. And here we go. This is from Palo Crypto pointing out that Binance is dumping the crypto market again. Oh, look, the Binance hot wallet. Sell, 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 sell. Sell, 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 sell. Binance. Wait a minute. Where is Binance? Yeah, Ruade. It's still Twitter to me. I say it as well. Morning, Ruade. Good to see you. Glad you're here. Thanks for being here. I'm sorry. Where's Binance based? Curious, but yeah, you can see it. Binance hot wallet. Selling, 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 selling. Not trading, not sending to another wallet. Selling. ETH, Bitcoin, Solana, ETH, Solana, ETH. And how, million, 14 million, 13 million. It's manipulation, folks. So we talked about it last night. What do you do? As the little barnacle trying to hitch a ride on a whale, what do you do? You got 3 options, best I can see it. You can sell and say, screw this, I'm out. You can buy and be like, hey, they're dumping prices. This is a good buying opportunity. Or you can hodl and be like, you know what? Screw this. I'm just going to wait. I'm not even going to bother with it. That's my stance right now. It's like, whatever. They're going to play their games. I do believe in blockchain and the cryptos that I'm invested in long term. So I'm not so deep into crypto that I am at some type of financial risk. So I can afford to just let it sit there. And if it goes up, if it goes down, I can literally just leave it in there. I'm not reliant on my bags pumping 10x to pay my bills, or if my crypto bags go to zero, will it suck? Absolutely. Will my life change? Not really. I mean, if it goes to zero, we'll stop doing crypto YouTube morning shows, and but I didn't put enough of my financial wealth into crypto that if I lost it all, it's going to ruin my life. And it's not financial advice because we don't give financial advice, but I will tell you that it's easier for me to not worry about these short-term movements. And yeah, just a thought. Yeah, Mr. Gray, hope and faith. I believe in the tech. I believe in what is happening across the financial world, and I do believe that Bitcoin specifically. I mean, Bitcoin and crypto and blockchain specifically, but cryptocurrency is definitely changing finances. Is it as big a deal as when we decided as a species to go from pretty shells to shiny gold rocks? Maybe. I don't know. Um, is it as big a deal as when the Knights Templar decided to form a credit system where you could just deposit gold in France and take a piece of paper with you to, the East, the Jerusalem or wherever you're going and say, hey, I gave them gold, you give me gold. I don't know. Maybe. Could be. Anyway, that's a couple of other bits of news here. Wolf of Wall Street, Scott Melker, worst crypto bull market ever. If you didn't just buy Bitcoin and hold, you probably lost money. It depends on when you bought Bitcoin, isn't it? If you bought the top of the wick at 125, you've lost money, even if you're holding. Yeah, Mr. Gray, that's right. Consider crypto an investment. You may do well, you may not. Just do what's best for your situation. That is good advice. Just do what's best for your situation. Do your own research. Find people that know what they're talking about. Listen to them. Gather information. Learn. Don't just follow what someone else does because they said it. And definitely don't follow what I do because I said it, because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. But yeah, there hadn't been an alt season yet. Crypto stocks have pumped and dumped. Whales are down in their treasury plays. Yeah, I saw that. All of these new treasuries, Michael Saylor's not down. Bitcoiners are yelling at each other. And we just saw the largest liquidation event in history in early October. I will point this out. If we hadn't had that liquidation, this would have been a huge pumptober because Bitcoin went down 20% and then gained most of it back. So yeah, I don't know. It's this is one of those days where you can see the blatant manipulation, and if this is your first time in, see it for what it is. Yeah, Rued, I agree. I think we'll still get an alt season. I'm of the opinion that we just we're on a delayed cycle. I think we got delayed by a lot of political stuff, a lot of this tariff stuff, a lot of the world conflict stuff. The U.S. political government stuff and shutdown stuff, the blatant and obvious manipulation of prices, I think is just working to extend stuff. Knowing a little bit of history and how big banks, big financial institutions have lied about the crap that they're doing, and they will lie and say, this is bad, we hate this, we don't like this, one should never do this, while they're doing it. And they'll build up their stockpile for years and years and years while telling you not, because it's too risky and it's a bad play and it's not safe and it's just a scam. And then once they've filled up their bags and got themselves in position they can stay in wealth and control and power, then they tell you to do it because they're already in position, and now they're gonna keep their power and money and position. So that's what they do. One of these days, I will make a Federal Reserve rant on how it was created, who created it, why it was created, and how it was used to keep themselves more wealthy and more in power. But that's the games they play. So I am content to just sit and wait. And will I ever gain as much wealth or power or position as those people? No. Am I trying to? No. I'm really just trying to make it so that my family can have it a little easier. We can help more people. I mean, at some point, you have enough houses and you have enough cars and you have enough Lambos and you have enough boats and you have enough, I don't know, gold-filled swimming pools. Maybe you can just go help somebody else. So yeah, what else we got today? A couple of bits of other news that I found interesting. This is for you. ICE, Chainlink, and MasterCard partner to enable over 3 billion cardholders to purchase crypto directly on chain with your MasterCard. Look at that. MasterCard, Chainlink, Shift4, Zero Hash. Interesting. I haven't heard of them in a while. Swapper and XSwap. So let's go link making a partnership with MasterCard. I will point out that XRP is also a partner with Visa and MasterCard. Chainlink is a partner with Visa. XRP is a partner with Chainlink. They're all working together. That's just for you, ICE. Chainlink. Bullish as hell. Chainlink S plus tier, even though it's also down today. But Arrow is not down today. Arrow is still up today. Is Arrow still over $1? I didn't actually look. I saw that it was up, but I didn't see the price. Let me look. Pardon me for a moment. Excuse me while I whip this out. To quote an awesome movie. Yes, Arrow is over $1. Can you see that? Can you see that? Right? It's not. Is that gonna? It says $1, 1.0078. Almost $1.01. And HBAR is down today, but still up 18% for the week. Yay, HBAR. And I think Sauce is up still over 4 cents. 1.007 is not 1.01 ICE. I'm just saying. So yeah, Chainlink still bullish. You can see this was posted at 9:40 Eastern this morning. And from our favorite guy, All In Crypto, shout out to Rupert All In Crypto. Ripple CTO David Schwartz has confirmed that Ripple is able to sell their rights to their locked XRP. Like, hey, we have this XRP in escrow, but if you want to buy it for when it unlocks, we can sell it to you. Interesting. I wonder if there are any governments or institutions that might like to pre-buy at current prices while it's still in escrow. And basically what that would mean is, let's say, they unlock 100 million in escrow once a month, and some particular institution is like, hey, we'd like to buy next month's escrow. What's the current price? Well, the current price is $2.48. Okay, cool. So we'll buy that for $248 billion. Cool. And then it unlocks, and let's say December unlocks. And so they've already paid for it, and it unlocks and it goes straight to their wallet because that's what's in the contract. Except now XRP is worth $5. Interesting. So Ripple, they're down to 35 billion in escrow. They started at 45, 47, maybe 55 billion. So yeah, interesting. Evernorth, if you're not paying attention to that, we did talk about the other day. I'll do another dive into that and bring you an update on Evernorth and XRP tomorrow. But yeah, that's guys, that's the news today. This is the news. This is the news today. We had all this good news, and this is what today looks like. It's annoying, but you know what? I'm going to not look at this again today. I'm going to, I don't know, I already went and worked out. Maybe I'll go play some PlayStation, or I don't know. I'm going to do something not crypto related because what's the point with this right here? Maybe I'll go play some Alluvium, dig around in the arena, or see if I can get on the, well, they're in super ultra secret squirrel closed alpha right now on the MMO for Overworld. So anyway, ladies, gentlemen, and pink dragons, if you're a fan of Sword in the Stone, have a great Thursday, and take some time to get away from this nonsense. It's not going anywhere. Crypto long-term, blockchain long-term. The big boys are just playing games. Let them play their games. You go do something else. Don't let it affect your mental health. If you are feeling a little down, get in our Discord and bitch and moan about it. If you want to bitch and moan in the comments, bring it. That's what this is for. If you're tired of all this nonsense, and you're just like, worst bull run ever, just wait. Just hold on to your stuff. Worst case scenario, you have to round trip. Is that annoying? Yes. Yes, it is. Long term, you're going to win. That's my opinion. Anyway, love you all. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. do the algorithm stuff. Yeah, if you want to do like I suggest, and buy the dips. I'm about liquidity to out right now, so I mean something could happen, and I could get an influx of cash to buy the dips. But I'm not buying the dips right now. I'm not buying anything. I'm just leaving it alone, and I'm going to go do something non-crypto related. I'm going to go practice and study for my commercial pilots exam. That's what I'll do. Have a great Thursday. We will talk to you tomorrow for Halloween. Be safe if you're out trick or treating tonight, and otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow. Happy Pumpkin Day.